friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey. I'm a graphic designer, brand designer, and as you can see from the title of this video, we're going to be diving into all of the different creative tools that I use within my graphic design skill set and then also within my business. I made a video like this a couple years back and it has grown a lot, which was really great, but I felt like it would be a good time to do an updated version of this video and share everything I'm loving now and everything that I just continue to learn about as I grow into my career. So some of these things will stay the same as the previous video, but some of these have changed. So I'm happy to update you on these and also confirm things that are worth investing in because I'm continuing to use them time and time after again. There are 3 categories that I'll be diving into today. You can jump through them along the bottom in the description. Otherwise, we'll just dive right into the first section. Okay, it cannot be a graphic design programs and tools tricks video without diving into the programs, and a lot of these are going to be ones that you are familiar with most likely if you have even just begun researching graphic design or if you are already a developing graphic designer. But I of course have to share these to confirm that these are what I use and what I recommend learning and investing in. So of course the Adobe Creative Suite, let's talk about that. I have access to the full suite, which is great. I would really recommend it if you can fit that in your budget and you are ready to commit to learning all these different tools and programs. But if you are just looking to start somewhere, I would start with Adobe Illustrator. That is my program that I love till the end of time. I use it every single day and it's just an amazing resource. So I would definitely recommend learning that. If you need more resources around becoming a graphic designer, I have a few videos about that, so go ahead and check out those. But Adobe Illustrator is my go-to program. Then I also use Photoshop, which is my next top one. Then my next top one would probably be Premiere, just because I make a lot of YouTube videos. And then I also use Lightroom for editing videos, and then InDesign for creating print materials and templates and things like that. So those are kind of the 5 that I typically surround myself around and dive into. I also will use After Effects occasionally for motion graphics, but besides that, those top 5 are kind of my go-to on a regular basis. Then we have Procreate, which is with the beloved iPad, of course. This is something that I've been using the past couple years. I don't use it every single day. I don't even use it weekly, but it's a great resource to have when I need to create any custom elements. I do a lot of the sketching on here, especially when it comes to brand marks, and then I bring it into Illustrator and create it into a vector format from there. I also do just a lot of quick outline planing on Procreate, which is great, and then also creating custom illustrations for brand identity sets or custom patterns as well, which is a great resource to have with Procreate because otherwise you'll be just using pen and paper and taking a photo and bringing in Illustrator and yada yada yada. The last program is very new to me and I'm continuing to learn it. It's Figma, which of course I think if you're in the design space you've heard a lot about Figma or you already utilize it, which is great because it's an amazing tool when it comes to user experience and also just thinking through prototyping and aspects like that. So that's a tool that I've just began to add to my tool set. I'm continuing to learn more about it and hopefully when I make an updated video on this I will have become a pro at this. But I would definitely recommend learning that, and that resource is free, which is an amazing area to start in if you are just becoming a graphic designer. Next we have HoneyBook. I love HoneyBook. I feel like I am always screaming HoneyBook from the top of the rooftops. It is an amazing project management tool and also just a whole variety in it. So I use it for creating my input form that is integrated into my Squarespace website. I use it for creating invoices to my clients. You can set up a variety of automated payments as well as just breaking down the payments or adding discounts or adding tax and whole fields of customizations there. You can do workflow automations, which is really great. You can do just taking notes for a meeting in there, and you can also just have a whole tool house area that focuses on keeping the files, the communications, and just your timeline, any forms that you need. I'll do questionnaires in there, and it's all housed in one space, which is wonderful, and it looks professional, which is really great. There's also a variety of contracts that you can utilize. I mean, of course, you always want to be checking with a lawyer and a legal representative, I would recommend doing that, of course. But if you need a starting point, this is a great area to start with your contracts and build it out from there, and maybe work alongside a lawyer within in that aspect. But I love HoneyBook. They have some great deals. I believe I have a promo code, so I will drop it down below. But basically, I use it for everything that I can and maximize it. And I started out with the trial of it, and I have just loved it, integrating it into my business, and now I use it for everything. Then we have Google Business Suite / the Drive. So this is a great tool. I mean, we're all familiar with Google Business, but basically if you upgrade your account, you can get that custom email. So mine is saying Kelsey at Willaby Designs, which is really great to have because it makes yourself look a little bit more presentable to your consumers. And then you can create additional emails for employees if you have those as well, or even just like if you have a newsletter and you want to create a hello at Willaby Designs or something like that. It's been really great, and you can also use the Drive feature within it that allows you to have more storage, which of course, I'm always running out of storage, so it's great place for me to have. Then we have Loom, which is a video software tool that allows you to record your screen, also puts a little video of you in the corner, and allows you to speak through your content. If you've watched any of my behind the scenes of my graphic design vlogs, you've probably seen me do this when I've been talking to clients or do an overview of it, because it's a great tool to talk through some items. It's hard to come across in an email what you're meeting, and it can be so long if you're just gonna be making notes on everything, and people don't understand how your tone will come across. So it's a great tool to walk through items live, well, not live, but kind of live with individuals, and then be able to send on your way. It's also a great substitution instead of having to have so many meetings. This tool is free to use with a max of capabilities, so you can only do 5 minutes of recording, I believe, with the free version, and then also house only like 50 videos, maybe 50 or 30, I can't remember, but it's been a great tool. I use the free version still, and it's been wonderful. Lastly, I'm just gonna briefly touch on Squarespace. I love Squarespace for my business set. If you are a larger business, or if you have a larger blog format, or you are having a large shop, that might not be the best tool for you. But for me, I just have a portfolio of my work, my services, and a place that my clients can understand that I'm the real deal and I'm a real service provider and creative studio, so they can check out my work that way. And so I love Squarespace. There's so many capabilities in it, and I know we're all familiar with it, so I won't drag it on too much, but definitely check it out. And they always do some great discounts for starters as well, so go ahead and look at that. Lastly, I just want to talk through some essentials here just in my office space as we are sitting here right now today. I'm going to jump into my Apple products. I use an iPad and an iPencil, which is really great when it comes to Procreate. Those are the main things I use it for. I also use it for notes, obviously, to run through some things. I have all of my Apple products connected, which I think if you are an Apple user, this is something that you just love and really utilize. I love being able to copy and paste something, to grab a web browser from my laptop to here and just work intertwined. And my notes app is all connected, so I'm constantly taking notes on my phone and then pulling them up on my iPad or pulling them up on my computer, and it's a great kind of just full circle to be able to use. Then I use the MacBook Pro. It's the larger version, which I can't ever remember how many inches that is, but it's larger of the two options. I actually would recommend doing the smaller one if you can. I'll put all of the aspects for my laptop in a card of description so you can see the full breakdown. But basically, this is very heavy, the larger one, and it's just kind of a pain to take around, and kind of the whole point of a laptop is to be able to take it as you go. I'm actually going on a trip, and I'm going to be working remotely, so my laptop's coming with me, and that's one benefit of being a freelancer is I like to take trips when I can and bring my stuff with me, and this makes it quite difficult. So I would recommend doing the smaller size, but MacBook Pro in general is an amazing tool. I don't think I could change my laptop because the quality is so crisp and clear, and the color is so important when it comes to graphic design, and Apple just continues to outperform that. I know there are some amazing PCs out there and I haven't tested them, so I just, as always, would do your own research in finding that, but for me personally, I've really loved using a MacBook Pro. And then I also want to recommend some office supplies. So I use Grove Made aspects. So I use that on my laptop stand here, or my monitor laptop stand. And then I also use it in my iPad stand that sits on my desk. And those have been great. I also have it on my mouse pad over here, and it's just great to use on my desk setup and help me overall create a better performance for my clients. Lastly, I want to talk about my monitor over here. It's an InSun. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry, but it's an art monitor, so you can rotate it to be horizontal. You can twist and turn it however you want. It has a ton of ports in the back, and it plugs right into my computer and charges my computer while I'm using it. So it's been a wonderful tool. I was gifted it, so I do want to disclose that, but I have loved using it, and I've been using it for, gosh, maybe a year now, and it's been wonderful. And I think they have a pretty good price point for a high quality art monitor. That's a wrap on this whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you can always shoot me a message over on Instagram or drop a comment down below. I'm so happy to help. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you stuck around and subscribed. I make lots of videos like this and a lot of behind the scenes, so I'd love to have you here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.